Hello, everyone, and welcome to the As Seen on TV podcast for Once Upon a Time, Season 3, Episode 10, The New Neverland. I'm your host, Dom. With me, I have Mike.
Hi.
Omikins.
Hey.
And Chrissy Leo.
Hi.
Miss Chrissy Leo. I gotta combine all the names now.
Miss Clio.
How's it going, guys?
Good.
Well,
Awesome.
I feel like I haven't talked to you guys in forever.
bright.
Oh my god. We didn't just do that. We did.
That concludes this episode of As Seen on TV podcast. We've been your hosts. We hope you have a wonderful evening. Good night, folks.
No, just kidding. We're still here.
I love that you went to the logo.
Oh, God. So, I thought we were in the New Neverland, not the Valley.
The Valley of Storybrooke.
I was unaware that Storybrooke had a valley.
Isn't it in a
Storybrooke
valley?
is a valley.
Yeah.
Oh. Literally.
How? Question.
Answer.
As I block my lighting. Isn't a valley bordered by mountains on either side and the valley's in the middle? How do you how is it a valley when one side of town is bordered by the fucking ocean?
No, it's
Because there's a mountain on either side. The ocean's...
yeah.
It was a joke.
Well, it's still technically.
You logically
a
can't
valley.
have it, though. You have mountain, valley,
Like
ocean.
ocean. Yeah.
All right, you're right. You technically can have it, but I don't think... whatever.
Just shh. Your
No.
logic does not make sense right now.
My logic is undeniable.
Okay, how?
I'm gonna find the tallest underwater mountain and bury you in that valley.
Wrong, evil AI. It was Vicky.
When in doubt, pinky out.
Sorry.
I saw you flex that pinky. You were so proud
I
to have it out.
did. I was just watching the episode of SpongeBob where they go to visit Sandy.
When in doubt, pinky out.
SpongeBob! Pinkies!
SpongeBob.
Water.
We haven't even
That's the
touched
one.
topic
That's the one with the
yet.
drink of the water, and he's like all dried out, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good episode.
I
So,
just said we haven't touched topic.
so what does that have to do with with the
It
New
has
Neverland?
Absolutely nothing to do with this show.
They found SpongeBob on the beach.
Oh, see, it all comes back together. He washed up on the shores of the valley.
That just sounds wrong in so many ways.
Yeah. So, now that SpongeBob is washed up, we're back in Storybrooke now. How do you guys feel about that?
Good. Very.
Got to go back
It's
sometime.
refreshing, actually. It's very refreshing.
Yeah, no longer in the jungles of Neverland.
It felt good to be home.
It did.
How many of the character reunions hit you guys in the feels?
None.
None of the feels. I mean,
None.
The
Belle?
Rumpel feels. All the Rumpel feels.
Yeah,
Rump
Rumple
Bell.
and Bell getting...
I mean-
Rump Bell. I
Bell.
Ugh.
their,
I mean-
their reunion hit me in the feels.
I just mean the name. The name just sounds really bad. Rump Bell.
Rumpel.
It's like you're wearing a bell
That's-
on your ass.
That's their ship name.
Anyway, that was the only one that really hit me in the feels.
I think the only one I actually reacted to and said, aw, might have been sarcastic or, it really didn't meant, I didn't have any feeling behind this awe, but it was when the Darlings came to get back together.
Yes.
That got me too a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody cared about Ariel and Eric?
Oh,
Not really.
Expected. It was
It was
expected.
really short. That's why I didn't remember it. There's
It
just
was
a lot of that happened this episode.
It was short, sweet, simple. She thought that he didn't like her very much because he was chopping fish heads off.
Yeah.
Which one of you called that? It was either Mike or Chrissy.
No, I didn't call. I called travel agent. I said he was the travel agent.
One of you said
I think
fisherman.
it was me. I think I said he's working on the docks.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pretty sure that one was me. Yes, I guessed something right.
But you know what we didn't get right?
What?
Who's gonna figure out who discovered that Henry was Pan?
Yeah.
Who knew something was off?
We all called somebody. I said it would be Balefire, but I was
I said Regina. I should have known. See, I was on the fence on whether
Nikki
Regina
said
would
Belle.
be
I
able to
said
tell
Pongo.
or if she would
We
be
were
too,
all-
happy to tell.
Didn't you call Hook?
No, that was Rachel.
Oh, Rachel called Hook.
Yeah.
Rachel called Hook. We all were dead wrong. It was Emma,
Yeah.
pretty much.
Yeah. That was disappointing.
But someone else confirmed it. Who?
Somebody in chat said it was going to be Emma at one point when we were
Oh.
doing the podcast. I can't clone Ajan.
Rajan.
Rajan?
Rajanorg, yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
Clone Rajanorg.
Mm-hmm.
Emma knew something was wrong, but who said? Someone came to Emma and was like, for certain, it's wrong.
I don't remember.
Yep.
Basically, she's like, okay, I'm gonna do this. We're gonna open the pen. We're gonna open the box.
What's in the box? What's in the box?
What's in the box? I'm gonna step over the line. I'm gonna deal with whatever's gonna come out of this box, because I know the real world.
How brutal was it that she was pointing a gun at this kid point blank?
I know. That's crazy.
Hey, she said she
You know,
knows the real
weapon
world.
She had out there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's in the real world. She has the ultimate, short-range anti-personnel weapon. A handgun.
Mm-hmm.
You guys surprised that she didn't shoot him?
Well,
Yes.
not really, because they were releasing him to see if they could, one, figure out what's going on with Henry, and two, why the shadow got away and how the hell Pan is doing it from inside the box. So they needed to figure that out. So basically the gun was just to scare the hell out of him because he's not in Neverland anymore. He can die.
But he comes from a realm, multiple, well, he would know, but because of his information network. But what if he didn't know what the hell a gun was?
I'm pretty
I mean,
sure.
the way you point it, the body stance, it's a weapon, whether you know what it does or not.
Mm-hmm.
Like, the reason
True.
Ariel didn't know what a gun was is because she wasn't a fighter.
And she's a dingbat.
She's not a dingbat.
But if you want thingamabob, she's got 20.
She does.
But who
She actually
cares?
now has more than
That's
20. She's
no
been
big
collecting
deal.
For a very long time.
Yeah.
Yeah, but if it was Pan, he would be able to figure out that a gun was a weapon,
Yeah.
And I mean, Hook's a pirate. He must have had flintlocks, He knows what a
That's
gun
it.
is.
Yeah, that's true. Were you guys surprised that they opened the box so soon?
No.
No, they had to. I mean,
I thought
They
they were
needed to-
going to at least hold it off till, the end of the episode.
things were taking a shit turn, immediately, as soon as they almost got on land, so they had to do something about it.
Yeah, I guess. So, the Shadow took its first victim in Storybrooke.
Hmm.
Yes.
Poor Mother Superior.
I know. I was really shocked.
I never liked her.
This is another
Whoa.
one where I don't think she's dead, but
Yeah, I think she's gonna come back some way, somehow. She is a fairy
But-
after all, and there's lots of other fairies, and
I know. I know how it's going to happen.
but I thought that with the Huntsman never came back.
Right.
Oh, I'm still devastated about that.
I know
so
how...
you think Pongo's gonna give
No.
the blue
mouth
fairy
to
mouth to mouth?
mouth? No.
Oh,
Absolutely
No,
not.
honestly,
okay.
Tink is going to believe in herself, and the power of pixie dust is going to kick in.
yeah, I think so too.
Obviously.
We're leading up to Tink needing to step up and believe in herself.
What about Regina standing up for her? Her name is Tinkerbell.
Yeah, I like that.
Probably because Regina might have felt bad somewhat because it was her fault that Tinkerbell got into the situation she was in the first place.
Yeah.
I don't even think it's that. I think Regina's changed, and she's just doing things out of the goodness of her heart now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, Mother Superior was just quick to dismiss it. She's like, yeah, I know. I know her name's Tinkerbell. She called her Green. She always called her Green.
Yeah. Well, I think that's why she was so dismissive of the name Tinkerbell, because she'd heard it every time she called her Green. Tinkerbell would be like, "It's not my name."
Yeah. I don't know. Do you think Mother Superior played a big role in the show, or?
Yeah.
She got Bella memories back.
Yeah, she did a lot. Like, whether or not she had a lot of screen time, she did a lot of important things that moved the plot forward.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think it wasn't until she started actually kicking in and doing stuff is when I really started gaining interest in the show. When this was a show that had a really slow start for me, and I almost dismissed it. I almost stopped watching it, and it wasn't. I specifically remember the episode that turned it around for me, and it was the one where they start finding the stained glass windows in the mine.
Mm-hmm.
Like I want to say that's like episode 5 or 6 back in season 1, and
Is that the Grumpy episode?
I believe so. Yeah.
Where they showed that he was dreamy?
Yep. I believe that was the episode that turned this show around for me, and I've been a huge fan of it ever since.
That episode's so sad.
But she played a big role in that. So all that dust, that was her pixie dust, fairy dust, whatever it was.
Fairy dust.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So, I mean that's when she kind of started becoming an integral role of this. So
Yeah.
she's been here practically since the beginning.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
So, what about Charming? We had he took the cure, the supposed cure.
Yeah.
Do you think it worked?
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, he's like, oh my gosh, it feels better. But, I mean, it could feel better. You didn't actually see it. I mean, he didn't see it reacting.
He didn't glow. He didn't do anything.
I sort of
Yeah.
I wanted him to take his shirt off in the middle
Just be
of the
like,
diner.
hey, look, it's all better now.
Go take his clothes off.
I
The
think it
beach
worked.
to the valley is that way.
It had to have worked. I say it worked because Rumple at this point has no reason to deceive him. He's
not
happy.
It's not the
Get
fact that that he would deceive him. It's the fact that it is a poison from Neverland, and the fact is that they don't really know how to cure it completely.
Well, he does. Well,
No,
right.
Rumple does not know. He does not know. He's experimenting. And that's why the water is still there with Charming. Because they don't know how to fix it. So this might just be something to,
A temporary thing.
a temporary thing that they'll think it's gonna work, but then he's gonna start getting sick again, and they're gonna have to try something else. And
He seemed pretty confident. I mean,
They
Given
seem
when
to
the
get
isn't
lucky a
Rumple
lot.
confident? I mean, if it's about his magic, Rumple's very confident. When it comes to himself, he's not so confident. So I think he's confident that it's gonna work, but who's to say it's gonna?
I am. It's gonna work.
There's gonna
It
be some
worked.
kind of complication.
There is gonna be a complication.
There's gotta be.
Hmm?
It's not resolved. It's not resolved that easy.
No, it's
Nothing
not.
is ever
That
resolved
was
that easy.
so easy. It was like, yeah, just take it, you'll be fine. He's like, okay, gulk, and that's it. That's it. He's done with the dream shade poisoning.
Every other spell, every other thing that we've seen, you've seen a visible effect wash over the person. They glow, they sparkle, they're Twilight vampires, whatever it takes. Like there's some kind of physical reaction that you can see. It looked like he drank a glass of water.
The consequences to this elixir. He's gonna become
Impotent.
not impotent, but
Ooh.
infertile. So
Yeah.
they can't have babies.
Yeah.
Okay, so he won't be impotent, but he'll be shooting blanks.
Yeah.
Or even more sick and twisted is all the babies are born with dream shade poison.
Oh my
that's
god.
horrifying.
That's no.
That would be terrible.
No.
Not the babies.
Not the
But
babies.
they could be immune to it. They could just be born. It's in their system.
That's really weird and obscure, Dom.
Yeah, I do that. Here's how my predictions go. They're either dead on or they're so far in
Yeah.
left field that they're practically out of the park.
Mhm.
Well, out of the park is a good thing.
Technically.
Not
long as it's a
not
fair
if
ball.
not if it's over
It's
the
a
foul
home
line.
run out of the
Yes. As long as it's not over the foul line.
There-
park. Good job.
there's a goat in here.
I thought it was dead, so I didn't even bother check. I thought my phone died.
Oh,
Anyway.
Apparently, it's not dead.
Apparently
Anyway,
not.
don't fail us at baseball references.
How do I fail a baseball reference if it's out way out in left field over the foul line out of the park?
Out in left field, that's different. You said out of the park, which is always a reference to a home run.
Well, he said it's so far out in left field that it's out of the park, meaning out of the park in the left field direction, which would be over the foul line.
I didn't hear the left field thing.
Yes, I did say left field. So,
Totally did.
I'm not saying he didn't. I just said I didn't hear it.
Medusa.
Okay.
Medusa.
Yep.
She
You
she
said
seemed
it,
a little
Chrissy.
out of place to you.
Considering all the other Greek references they've put in, not really, but I think the flashback itself is out of place.
It is kind of out of place, this flashback.
Yeah.
I don't know why. Like,
The
why?
only thing it served was Snow and Charming wanting to make babies. That's the only thing it served.
Yeah, like, their honeymoon was ruined by the fact that she wanted to go kill Medusa instead of,
Because
make babies.
She wanted a baby.
She
Instead of,
wanted a baby.
So,
Yeah.
I guess that's really the only tie-in. Otherwise, it did seem ridiculously out of place to me.
The thing that got me the most is they said that if you were to kill Medusa, that it would end the curse. It would free everybody from stone.
Mm-hmm.
Isn't that a paradox? Because wouldn't they be dead if they're all in stone? So if Medusa was turned into stone, she's not dead. She's frozen in stone like everybody else.
And her magic is halted.
Yeah.
If she were to become unstoned, she could just start all over again.
But wouldn't turning her into stone release the curse and
No, I
take
don't
her
think
out
it
of
works
stone
like
as well?
That. When she turns people to stone, it's as if they're dead. But then when she is frozen and when she's stone, she's dead. So it reverses what she's done. I don't think you can unfreeze Medusa.
It's as if she's dead, basically. Yeah, like you said.
Yeah.
So if there was a way of unfreezing her, what would happen? Would all of her previous now unfrozen victims freeze again?
No, I don't think so.
No.
I don't know. You'd have to ask that goat.
Don't you think that cave would have been full of people statues?
You'd have
You
to
would
ask the
think.
goat.
There was a lot of just rubble, stone rubble all over the
Yeah.
place. It's
She
possible
might-
she could have been in a rage and killed them all, broke them into pieces.
Yeah.
Now, once her magic was undone, wouldn't there be piles of flesh and guts everywhere?
No.
No,
pieces
because
of
once you
people.
destroy the statue, it's like that person's
s-
gone and it's no longer
statue.
a person, it's just pieces of stone.
Hey, look, I'm
Yeah.
trying to just paint the most horrifying scene that they could have walked out of.
I know.
It's a
Stone,
bunch of rubble
because
and
of
rubble
wizard-
everywhere, and now all of a sudden there's a bunch of goo and flesh and guts everywhere. It's like,
She
oh,
was
that
in
a
the
mistake.
she was in the enchanted forest, right?
Hmm.
And this was before the curse. So what if Medusa's running around in Storybrooke?
Ooh.
I mean,
Well,
Yeah, she was turned to stone, so they probably find
Yeah.
a stone statue of a gorgon somewhere in the woods.
she was magically turned to stone.
and
She also could be out of the line of the curse. Like, obviously Mulan and people that
This is
missed
true.
them. So it didn't necessarily travel over. But yeah.
Mhm.
We don't know exactly how close to the Enchanted Forest area that she was. She could have been... I don't know.
Often-
We don't even know how big the Enchanted Forest is.
could have been off in left field.
We know the realm extends into Agrabah and Prince Eric, wherever he was. How did he end up in Storybrooke of all places though?
He was probably traveling at the time.
He just conveniently happened to be in Storybrooke when the curse went off.
Eric, he was probably just like
Yeah.
Omi just said, traveling, chilling, like I'm going to a new place, and then oh no, a curse hit,
Yeah,
and now he's in Storybrooke.
just happened to be there at the wrong time.
Wrong place, wrong time, because
Mm-hmm.
we have no idea if his kingdom would have been hit by it.
Hmm.
We don't know where his kingdom was in relation to the rest of the Enchanted Forest. We don't know how many kingdoms are in that realm. Apparently, a lot of them.
Mm-hmm.
yeah. So we've got at least
Agrabah?
4 monarchs? 4 different monarchs?
I think we have like 4, maybe even 5 different monarchs, and then you got Agrabah.
I was
So-
counting Agrabah in the 4.
Oh, okay. Let's see.
So maybe there's 5.
Like Snow White's, family lineage.
Snow White, the douchebag.
David's
Oh.
father, douchebag.
Charming.
Eric.
Yeah, so
Well,
Charming.
Charming's douchebag father.
Right.
Yeah. Eric.
Eric. Agrabah.
Agrabah. Wasn't there
And then
another one
Mulan's
thrown in there?
kingdom.
Mulan's Kingdom.
Yeah.
Okay.
What else?
There's at least 5.
There's at least 5. Who? Oh, Aurora. Who is she? Isn't she princess of some kingdom?
Yes.
So that's a 6th. Ay.
Yeah,
Too many
yeah.
kingdoms. Too
Ariel.
many kings.
There's a lot.
Ariel's a mermaid.
She's a mermaid.
She's a mermaid princess.
Yeah,
Her
but
father is King Triton.
her,
Yeah,
Her-
but did we get that part of her backstory? Is that even her backstory anymore?
we
Also,
don't
we're
even know
given-
her.
Yeah.
No,
We don't
and
know.
also we're given the hint that their area is, between realms or in another realm
It's like-
entirely.
It's like our prediction about Pixie Hollow, where all the fairies come from.
Hmm.
It's actually like its own place where the fairies, are grown and learn to use their powers and things, and they get sent off into other realms like the Enchanted Forest, Wonderland, all the other places. They actually get sent. They can't go back and forth like Ariel can, but
And this is probably something similar, except it's under the sea. Continue.
Darling, it's better down where...
That line is so dirty.
It is, yeah.
Take it from me.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, believe me. I know.
So,
Like a dad.
She's just waiting for somebody to come down there and show her the way. To quote someone from the other night.
walking around on those, what do you call them? Oh,
Oh,
feet. So, what the fuck are we doing?
I don't know. She's done. Totally. Gone. Done.
So, Emma and Neil. What's
Yeah.
going on there?
Not much, unfortunately.
Emma's being a scutch.
A what?
Emma's not being a scutch.
A what?
She's being a scutch.
What?
I'm sorry, she doesn't owe Neil anything.
She doesn't owe Neil anything, but she could give him another freaking chance. It's like how many years later? 10? And he's done so much to help her and save her in the last little bit that he actually she does owe him another chance.
No,
She should-
I don't think you get to keep putting coins in and then you owe that person something. That's not how relationships work.
No, I don't think she owes it to
You
him.
put
but she
$10
should
into
give him
that
a
claw
shot.
machine. That thing doesn't owe you a prize. If you're bad at the claw machine, you're not
my
gonna
God.
get a prize.
That's the best analogy to relationships I've ever heard.
Well, I always said that marriage is like going to the casino, right? You're betting someone half your stuff that you're gonna be together forever.
They never really
Yeah.
got married.
What?
Neil and Emma never got married, so that bet was just off from the very beginning.
True.
No, I just think that she should give him another chance. I mean, he's obviously he was gonna get married, and if this stuff with what's her name never ever happened.
What's her
I'm
name?
sure. Yeah, what is her name? Anyways, I don't know, the chick that took Henry with Greg to Neverland.
Tomorrow.
Tamara. If things if
Oh.
I'm pretty sure he would have,
What
took
about yesterday?
he would have definitely.
Don't look at me in that tone of voice.
I'm not even looking at you
No,
right
it's
now.
talking to Cleo.
It was just like the murderous head twist.
She looked like a Jack Russell Terrier from Target.
I've lost my train of thought. Choo choo.
Sorry.
Choo choo, motherfucker.
Crazy train is leaving the station.
don't even know what the
can't-
train whistle is.
Oh.
No, I'm sure he would have taken time out of his new life to help Emma out with Henry because it seemed like something that was important to him once he realized. It might have even turned around that he would have broke it off with Tamara and tried again with Emma. I mean, he's made so many sacrifices lately for her.
Yeah. No, I know, and I think Emma just is like, all this shit is happening. Stop trying to make me get into a relationship, everyone around me. I don't think she wants anything. I think it's just like, I'm
She just
home
wants-
now. For 5
yeah.
seconds, let me focus on, me.
She's also still focusing on Henry.
Yeah, exactly.
She's worried about him. Even after saving him.
Yeah.
Or so they thought.
So they thought.
Mm-hmm.
Well, they saved him. He's just not in the right body.
Yep.
How confusing.
So while Henry Pan was not to be confused with Pan Henry, but
Oh. Oh! That's not confusing at all.
Is that
they're
like
two
Pan Asian
completely
cuisine?
different people. Henry Pan is different from Pan Henry.
Of course.
Which one is which?
Henry Pan sounds like a character in anime, and Pan Henry makes me think of Pan Asian cuisine.
All right, let's get this straight right now. Which one is Henry Pan and which one is Pan Henry?
I don't know.
Does the
And
body come before the conscience?
Yes.
Okay,
It's-
so
Pan Henry is actually Henry.
Exact. That's who Henry is right now, is Pan Henry.
Okay.
Henry Pan is Peter Pan right
Okay.
now.
So Henry Pan decided that he was gonna take the curse from
Yeah.
Regina. Like, he concocted this whole plan. That's what the shadow distraction was for. That's why poor Mother Superior bit the dust. No pun
That's
intended.
Yeah.
The pun was totally intended. Stop lying.
How does biting pixie dust taste?
Probably sweet.
probably painful considering it's made of ground up diamond.
I would imagine that we don't know what pixie dust is made out of. We've seen fairy dust made.
We've seen fairy dust.
Oh,
made.
pixie dust,
Pixie
right?
dust is
Fairy
still
dust.
very
Pixie dust is like the
mysterious.
no.
Didn't it grow
it's
on
a-
a tree?
Yeah, in Neverland, it grows on a tree.
Oh, you're right.
So it probably
Probably-
tastes sweet and nectary.
Or it tastes like tree
Point.
bark?
It came from a flower.
Or it probably tastes like crap. How many flowers do you think actually taste good?
I don't know. It's good. Try a few.
Sure, because half the flowers that grow around here are poisonous.
Yeah, well,
Perfect.
you gotta play the lottery. You know.
I play the lottery, yeah.
And lose half your stuff.
Oh, that was gambling. Oh, same thing.
The lottery is a form of gambling.
It is.
So is a claw machine.
It was a claw machine.
My dad's really good at
Anyway.
those.
So
What were we talking about?
Pan Henry.
Pan Henry. Henry Pan.
Henry Pan?
Henry Pan took the curse.
Henry Pan took the curse.
Yeah.
Pan Henry
Henry
did
Pan
not.
Pan Henry almost got shot.
Pan Henry did almost get shot.
And then he had a loving reunion with his family, awkwardly
Yep.
in an older person's body. Hey, at least he skipped puberty.
Yeah,
So-
that was awkwardly adorable.
So if Henry Pan, right? That's the right one. If Henry Pan reenacts the curse, is that gonna wipe all magic from Storybrooke again?
Well, it would wipe their memories. He made that clear. When the curse was activated at first in the very beginning, there was no magic. Emma came back and magic came back. So it's very possible that they would lose magic again.
But that doesn't seem like Pan would want that. It seems like Pan would want magic.
Yeah, the thing is, I don't think he knows what exactly the curse does. I mean, there's always a consequence with something that big.
Yeah.
And I think that was also Regina just wanted them to go to a different land. She didn't expect them all to lose their memories and lose magic at the same time.
No, I think
No,
that's
she
exactly
wanted
what she
them to lose
wanted.
their-
Is that what she wanted?
She wanted to take away their happiness, and by taking away their happiness, taking away
Taking away
each
their
other,
memory.
memories, everything
Yeah.
we knew.
So we know
But
that much.
a
We don't
lot-
know about the magic though.
A lot of them were still happy, though. I think
Well, she really cared about Snow.
Yeah,
That's
that's
really
all.
the only
That's all
happiness
she really
wanted.
cared
David
about.
was in a coma somewhere.
Yeah.
But Snow wasn't unhappy as her Storybrooke counterpart either. She just was lonely.
I'm
She
just
was a
thinking
lonely
real
school
quick.
teacher.
David was he always in a coma?
From the very beginning.
Okay, because I thought somebody ended up finding him washed up on a beach or something.
Well, that's what they said.
That's what they said.
Like,
Okay,
that was the story, but that was probably just
right.
implanted memory. Because
I was gonna say, please don't tell me he was stranded on a beach in a coma for like 25 years as the curse was enacted, and they just happened to find him at some point. That would have been terrible. So no, but Storybrooke was always the land without magic. Like that. That's what it was always known as, and
Yeah.
they still, like, the fan base still calls it. They abbreviate it, land with no magic. So they I don't know why, because magic's been in Storybrooke now for 2 seasons, but I don't know if Pan reenacts the curse. Does the fact that they just didn't know who they were, was that why magic wasn't there, because they didn't know how to do the spells, or was it that magic just didn't exist straight up?
No, it was the magic didn't exist. So in taking the magic away, they took away their memories. And that's why when magic came back, they all got their memories back.
So is that gonna wipe out the Dream Shade poison, or is that gonna wipe out the cure? Because technically that's all magic. So is Charming gonna die or get put back into a coma because of the Dream Shade poison, or?
Well, I'm not convinced that Pan's gonna take away magic. He might tweak the curse or something, because I think Pan still wants magic.
No, see,
I don't know
the
if
curse.
he wants magic. He just wants eternal youth. And
Okay.
if the
Which
curse
requires
is,
magic.
but if the curse is enacted, they never aged in there. They were stuck in a 20-year cycle. Nobody aged. That's how Emma got to be
freeze
that-
time again.
right, which is part of the curse.
Indulge me a moment here.
Go.
So, the curse washes over the enchanted forest, brings everybody it affects to Storybrooke, wipes their memories, invents a new life for them that they've lived, the whole thing in their heads, and all that junk. Now, Storybrooke is here in our realm, the land without magic. So there is no magic here, period, to begin with. So am I forgetting the chain of events here? Because didn't Emma break the curse? Because I remember her, Maleficent's a dragon. She slays the dragon, whatever. Breaks the curse, and then wasn't once the curse was broken, didn't Rumple go to that well in the middle of the woods
Yeah.
and dump
Right,
something
yes.
in it to bring
Yes.
magic back? So
Yes.
wasn't
He
that
broke
completely?
the curse.
No, she broke the curse. I thought Emma did.
She broke the curse and brought magic back, and then Rumple set magic free through the well.
So they're 2 totally separate events.
Oh, I thought
Okay.
I thought Rumple brought magic back himself. Because
Okay.
so
And that's-
wouldn't the magic be independent of the curse? So even if Pan cast the curse again, magic would still be there.
It is, yeah, I guess. It's just,
Because they were separate events, independent of each other.
the whole point for Pan to cast this curse is to wipe memories and take over. And like I've said before, magic that big comes with a consequence. And it's probably something he hasn't even thought of. He probably thinks, yes, magic is an independent being right now. But the curse might be like, sup, bitch? Magic's gone.
Yeah.
If that's the case, if magic's gone, is that gonna put Pan back as an adult?
Who knows? I mean, it'll probably put him in a place of power like it did for
Then-
Regina. So he'll be the mayor or the
Right.
governor or some shit like that.
So if he loses his youth, does that mean that Henry Pan is now locked in an adult body?
I think it'll be, if Henry Pan releases the curse as he is, he's gonna be Henry Pan forever. And Pan Henry is gonna be Pan Henry forever.
Also-
I love that I started this. This is
I
a
know,
thing.
also
This is really a thing.
pre-soul swapping Pan, Peter Pan the man, when he was older, he used pixie dust on himself to make himself younger. Now I have the whatever, that is a permanent effect on his body. That the only
It's
way to
not
reverse
when,
that
when the
effect,
hourglass ran out.
that was that was independent. That was based on Neverland, keeping him young and immortal. He used the fairy dust to make himself young again, so Neverland's effect would take effect on him because he was an adult. So the pixie dust makes him young. I would imagine the only way to reverse that is to either use pixie dust again to make himself older, or B, age like a normal person.
Yeah, I think that'd be the only way. I don't think, I mean, you could probably use a spell to reverse the effects. Have to be like, Regina, Rumple, and all the crazy magic users doing it. But I mean,
Pan Henry wouldn't just immediately age.
no, it wouldn't just reverse.
Right.
Right.
It is a thing now.
Well, they said that with Emma being trapped in Storybrooke, or being in Storybrooke now, if the curse was enacted, that she would lose her memory because she's now part of it this time, as opposed to being an outsider coming in, and there would be no way to reverse it because everybody would lose their memory. Wouldn't your guys' first instinct be to run to the border and get her out of town?
Probably.
That would be the first thing to do, unless there's no boundaries on the curse now that it's in a non-magical land.
Yeah, who knows? What if the curse affects the northeastern part of the United States, and now all of a sudden, Henry Pan is the president of the U.S. or some shit like that, and everybody's living in some weird alternate universe.
Pan Henry being the president of the U.S.
No, Henry Pan.
Henry
Okay,
Pan.
stop. No.
I thought the conscience came before the body.
No, the body comes
No.
before the conscience. We established this.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's what you said.
It's Henry Pan is the bad guy right now.
I don't know.
Henry is
Henry
the good
Pan is
guy.
Peter Pan.
That sounds like one of those offshoot episodes where they're like, well, this happened, and guess what? This is how it's gonna be. And then the next episode, they're like, that was bullshit. This is how it's really gonna be.
And then what is... Now, just a side note, where's the Wonderland timeline taking place right now? Is
We
this
don't know.
simultaneous with Jafar trying to alter the face of magic? Or is that some past event that he failed?
We've discussed this in Wonderland podcast, in Once Upon a Time podcast. We don't know.
You know
I think
what?
the only thing that we've actually, like Dom was saying, that all the timelines line up, and I mean, that's the only way you can go through. So it would...
I'm sorry, I would love it that when Wonderland season is done, they defeat Jafar, his master plan, he almost achieves his goal, and then he's struck down at the last second and some crazy magical shit happens. And then in the season finale of this season of Once Upon a Time, we just see Jafar in the last scene of the entire season waking up on a beach in Storybrooke going, good God, where the hell am I?
He would know where he's at.
Yeah, I know, but he would wake up, groggy and dazed because some magical explosion just went off and knocked his lights out, and he just wakes up like, where am I?
I could 100% see them do that because because not only are they the writers of Lost, but the actor that played Jafar was in Lost.
Yeah, exactly.
And they would pull a Lost on us.
He's such a
He
popular
would wash up onto the shores of the Valley Beach.
They can't axe him. He's such a popular character. So once they defeat him in Wonderland, they're probably going to just shove him into regular Storybrooke. And I would love it.
Oh, what if they switch them? What if Pan goes to Neverland? I mean Wonderland.
Exactly.
And,
they swap Pan and Jafar.
I think that this bit with Pan is the last of Pan. I mean, you'll see him,
I expect it.
Yeah, we're not going to see him anymore. Like there's a flashback or something.
But Pan never fails.
He's going to fail.
Pan never fails.
He's going to fail.
And then, I mean, if this Jafar thing happens, then you have 3 extremely powerful sorcerers, in Storybrooke, who don't generally agree with each other.
I want to see Jafar succeed at the end of this season. I want to see him change the rules of magic. I want to see Pan succeed and change the rules of magic. I want to see they unify, changing the rules of magic across all.
I don't think Pan cares. Like I've said this before. I don't think Pan gives a shit about changing magic. He just wants to make sure that he's going to live forever.
Mhm.
Well, and now he wants power. He wants to make Storybrooke New Neverland. He wants more than just survival now. He wants it all.
Yeah.
But
So
I
we
don't
know
think,
his end game.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And I keep going to this, but it bugs me. I want to know Jafar's endgame. Why does he want to do that? But anyway, that's for another podcast.
You never know, his endgame might change in a couple episodes because, he's gonna get, maybe he's gonna change and he's gonna want to change things for better instead of just for himself. And he's gonna get his mom back, or he's gonna, make amends with his father. There are so many things that could happen to make the Red Queen the big baddie instead of Jafar.
I think Jafar and his father are too far gone.
Yeah, at this
You
point.
never know.
Wait,
Something
that's
might
The Walking
happen.
Dead. Never mind.
Too far gone.
God.
It's the governor.
I thought we weren't making any references to any other show.
No, I just said spoilers.
We're making every reference to every other show.
I said no spoilers from other shows. We can reference them all we want.
Pasta Tuesday.
That sounds delicious.
Yeah, I know, right? Pasta
Spoiler, the
Tuesdays.
governor has one eye.
Spoilers. I'm trying to think of other one-eyed characters from shows.
Spoilers. The cars in Fast and the Furious have spoilers on the back.
Yes, because they need downforce. Because they're light frames and air getting under them will flip them like fucking airplanes.
R.I.P. Paul Walker. Wall
R.I.P.
Walker.
Paul.
Wall
R.I.P.
Walker.
Walt
Walker.
I can't even say R.I.P. Damn it. P.I.R. P.I.R. Wall Walker.
Peace and rest. Wall Parker.
Works.
Peace and rest. Wall Parker.
Parker.
Oh, so bad.
Oh my god.
Parker. It's Parker.
Peter
I know.
Parker?
I know. I said Parker because
Spider-Man?
Wall Parker. I park in the walls.
Wall Parker.
All right, so next week is the mid-season finale
Damn straight.
called Going Home.
Mm.
It says the race is on to stop Pan from enacting another curse on the residents of Storybrooke, which could kill every living soul in town.
Not what it says.
Great. It's another Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
It says
synopsis.
That's what it says.
Says it right there.
Oh shit! He's gonna murder them.
That might be something he was thinking, the memories are just going to be gone, but he's actually going to end up killing everybody.
No, I think if something Pan does is gonna kill people, he knows about it. He knows he's killing people.
And he doesn't care as long
I
as he
don't think
lives
Pan
forever.
does anything that he doesn't know what the outcome is gonna be. You know.
Poor
So
Felix.
is Pan some sort of seer then? Can he see the future? Can he know that
but I
this
think
curse
he's
is going
smart
to
enough. He's
turn
smart
against
enough-
him?
He's smart enough and old enough to know.
Consequences.
You can
Yeah.
never be sure of what consequence you get when magic is in play.
Yeah, that's true. But
You could be not. He can't be 100% sure, but he could be intelligent enough to infer. Like, all right, I'm going to do this. These are the possible consequences.
it's probably
They
gonna
don't
kill
suck.
people, yeah,
They
No,
all
but-
don't suck for me, so I'm going to do it.
I'm gonna do it.
But being something this big, you're right. You never know. There could be some unforeseen consequence that he doesn't know. Like, I'm going to rule over all these people. Wrong. It's going to kill them all. Oh,
Pan never fails.
Pan will fail.
He will fail this time.
I really
Who's
hope
gra-
they don't get rid of him. I like the character.
Me too.
I do like the character.
I don't think a redemption story would be good for him though.
No redemption
No.
story. It can't be done. It can't be. It wouldn't work. I like the evil Pan.
I see an end scene with Pan all back to his normal old man self, and Rumple's holding his hand, and George is gasping for his life.
George. It was Martin, wasn't it?
No,
Malcolm?
Malcolm.
It was Malcolm, but we're calling him George.
Call
No,
him
we're
George.
not calling him George. He's Malcolm.
I'm calling him George.
George in the jungle.
But yeah,
George,
that's
George.
gonna be
Watch
the
out for that
scene.
tree.
George is gonna be gasping for his life, his last breath, and Rumple's gonna be hold his hand. He's gonna be tearing up, and then that's it. There's no more Pan.
God, I just had an image of Brendan Fraser high on coffee, standing in front of a camera saying something I can't say properly.
Jump, 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 jump.
And next thing we know, the curse of the mummy is enacted.
And we're back to 1920s.
Emo
Just a quick side note. I WWF, I used to watch that back in the day, and I remember when The Rock came back, and there's he was talking, Brendan Fraser, he was talking about, he was doing a match, it was with the Hurricane Helms, and the two of them were going back and forth, one superhero to the next, and he was like, I'm the Scorpion King, I'm the Hurricane Helms or whatever, and he goes, no one defeats the Scorpion King, and Hurricane Helms goes, Brendan Fraser beat the Scorpion King, and Rock was like, it's so good.
Brendan Fraser
so good.
defeated the Scorpion King. Fuck you.
Gotcha there.
Yeah. All right. So now that we've completely derailed once again, any final thoughts?
Better be a good one.
Mother Superior is coming back somehow, and Felix is gonna be in pieces
I see a redemption.
and fed to a kraken.
See, I like Felix, but I don't like Felix as much as I wish they had Rufio.
Oh my fucking god. For the love of Christ. I thought this phone was dead. Also, I see a redemption story for Felix. Not Pan.
Mike, it went up
Felix.
before. You knew
I
it was
see.
dead.
I see Felix was the virgin on the top of the rock with the kraken coming out of the water, and you know, Titans stuff. Clash
of the Titans.
Yeah.
Okay.
Where's Zeus?
I'm really confused. These theories are hurting my head.
There's so many theories, and they don't make any sense. It's
I
okay.
don't. We've become the show of outrageous theories that
So,
sometimes come true.
So
It's okay. What's gonna happen is the people from Lost are gonna watch this and go, "That theory is so outrageous, it might just work."
And next thing you know, we the skies open up and Thor drops right into the middle of Storybrooke.
And then there's a love scene between Peter Pan and Jafar.
Whoa.
Oh, really quick. That reminds me. I had a nice little chuckle at when what was it? Charming it made the Hook reference.
Oh, that was amazing. That was fan service. That was all fan service.
Yeah.
We totally didn't discuss the little conversation that was exchanged between Tink and Hook.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Hook was
yeah.
trying to bang her.
He totally
she's
was.
And she knew better.
Wanted to bang her.
Yeah, she totally knew better.
I have my dignity. But that comment, I don't think I'm his type. Or whatever the comment was, along those lines.
I'm a
It struck
married
me.
man.
Struck me in the funnies.
Yes.
Struck me right in the funnies.
I only laugh because that wasn't that like a theory. I may have like completely like thrown it out because one of you guys were making something and I was like, yeah, Hook and Charming will get together. They'll hook up. Get it? Hook
I
up.
think that was a thing we were all discussing.
Yeah, no.
We
I
were
know.
discussing that they were gonna be a bro ship.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Yeah, and then that's when I said,
They were
yeah.
gonna turn into
I said,
besties.
and I said, no. The two of them are totally gonna hook up. Get it? Hook. Up.
Oh yeah, I totally remember that now. Screw you.
I'm in the episode with a cat.
Meow.
Meow meow.
So
Oh,
real quick,
right. I'm gonna.
go ahead.
I know that someone out on the internet has done up the timeline between Once Upon a Time and Wonderland. So I'm gonna look it up, and next week I'm coming back with it, and we're gonna know for sure
Excellent.
Okay.
what
Excellent.
the timeline actually is.
Real quick, predictions. Mike, curse or no curse? Will Henry Pan succeed? Or Pan Henry?
It's Henry Pan. Henry Pan will not succeed because that's just... Yeah, Henry Pan's not going to succeed. Calling it now. They're going to
Nikki?
figure out a way to exorcise the demon.
Nikki?
Now see, if it was Pan, because Pan never fails. If it was Pan, it might happen. But
Yeah.
as it is Henry Pan, it's not gonna happen. He's got half of his success lying in another body.
He's gonna use 100% though. He's gonna
No.
use Pan Henry. to be the other half and succeed.
No. Pat Henry ain't gonna help. He's gonna hide in the vault and steal another sort of magical thing to stop him.
Seb said something interesting in the chat. She says he has to take the heart of someone he loves to do the curse, and he doesn't love anyone.
Maybe that's why Felix is there? Bro, man.
Oh.
That's good.
Bromance. Yeah.
That's good, but that's why I think that it's going to be a modified curse. I think he's going to succeed, but only partially. He's going to find a way to modify the curse. I think that's what it is, because
He could use his own heart.
different.
He loves himself. That's about the only person he loves.
His own heart would be Henry's heart.
Not if he
No, they
rips
put
it.
Henry's heart back in his chest.
Yeah, and he's in Henry
'cause
right
he's
now.
Henry body. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, he can go get Pan Henry and rip out his own heart, which, out of Pan's body, and use that. Because he loves himself. He loves his own body. So he can use that, killing off, Henry's consciousness and Pan's body.
I don't know.
Killing off Henry.
Complicating it. It's going to be something really
Henry?
stupidly simple.
I know. It's going to be really stupid simple. Also, side note, I would like to see a more impressive display of magic out of Pan. Like I said, I was expecting fucking fireballs flying everywhere, not a simple, oh, look, I broke free of the roots because I have no regrets. You're done. Like, really? Come on.
You didn't expect that. That was last episode. Where have you been?
I know, but still, where was my friggin', Darth Vader versus Luke Skywalker epic 20-minute duel with fireballs flying everywhere?
I don't know.
You don't
But
get
did you
it.
guys notice that Henry had the Avengers comics on his desk?
Yeah.
He
Yeah,
did.
He did.
I did. That was a nice play. Here, for Rachel, because she had to mention something in chat.
Mike, you're not even.
Mike
in
is
frame.
getting further and further out of frame.
Read chat. She says she wants to see less Mike White Wall in my square. So guess what? That's all you're seeing now.
Whitewall, where can the people find you?
White Wall. They can find me at whitewall.com on Twitter. It's probably some kind of friggin' masonry supply. But anyway,
Whitewall.com. So go to twitter.com/whitewall.com.
they could find me here in Religion. There, you can't really see as much White Wall. Now you can't see any. You see white paper with holes in it. Why does it have holes in it? What the hell?
Because you stuck thumbtacks in it.
No, I didn't stick thumbtacks in it. Why do I hear myself echoing through someone's speaker? Here are the thumbtacks. Here's my glittery, jazzed up lower third.
There's a lot of echoing right now.
I think it's coming through Chrissy's laptop.
Oh,
I'm sorry.
She broke it.
dun dun dun.
Dun, 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 dun.
Omikins, where can the people find you?
They can find me at LadyVenom24 on Twitter. LadyVenom24.
Clio, where can the people find you?
You can find me at YouTube at LIOSMFVIDS, and you can find me at all these social media at Cleomoto.
All of them. All of the social medias. Has anybody found you on all of them yet?
I don't think so. No one's following me on Etsy, so
Oh, get on that. What,
I
what-
gotta get on that. I gotta,
what is that one?
Update everything.
What is that?
Etsy?
Etsy?
Etsy, yeah, that's
Is-
the orange one.
Is that the Etsy Bitsy Spider?
No.
Yep. You know it.
Huh. I don't even know what an Etsy is.
Bilbo.
sell
Bilbo
stuff.
Baggins.
Bilbo Baggins. You can find me on twitter.com/phenomenadom, PHENOMEDOM. You can find us all on Facebook, Twitter, and youtube.com/ASOTV podcasts for some more podcasts for some of your favorite TV shows. Feel free to leave us comments, feedback, tell us what we missed in the discussion, tell us what you liked or disliked about the show. Feel free to email us at asotvpodcast@gmail.com. And until next week, mid-season finale, going home.
Stay tuned this week for our as seen on the big screen of The Hobbit, The Desolation of Smog.
You're a smog.
Oh, you
I'm a smog.
Is that like a smock that you wear doing art class?
No, it's just spelled funny.
It's like a loincloth.
Can I
Smog, Smaug,
can I
Smaug.
make smog into a smock?
Sure.
Wow.